Hey guys, Modern Wall Street Trader Talk here, and we got Matt Cheslock in the house of finance, of course. He's going to tell us all the action that's going on today. Hey Matt, how you doing?
Good, Boz. How are you?
Oh, you're not awesome today.
No, just middle of the road.
I had to catch you on that. Well, Matt, I first want to talk about FANG stocks since they're good too. They're not awesome. We saw a little reversal there. Was that a one-day event or signs of what to come?
Well, you saw a little bit of it on Tuesday night. You know, some of those were definitely laggers in the market. And then yesterday, obviously, was the tech wreck, as they called it. But it was merely just a continuation of the theme that we've seen all along. It's the sector rotation. So we were out of the tech names. They just took a breather. They gave everyone an opportunity to get back in. And we're not seeing that huge bounce today, but you're seeing them stabilize after yesterday's move. So this is nothing more than what we just continuation of theme.
One thing I want to ask you about is there's this theory of tech's rally, or maybe it's a fact, I don't know, I'm going to ask you, that the reason for the rally is because of weak economic growth. Do you see a correlation there? Because things are picking up economically anyway.
Well, people a lot smarter than me, like people that run the Fed, are telling me that economic growth is increasing. So I'm going to go against that, at least on that theory alone. But I think, tech has been a stalwart. You know, many of these names have led us higher prices. I mean, the chip names, for example, being up 100%. You're talking about Amazon and things like that. These companies are what has garnered all the attention and all the money flow. But now you're seeing a little bit of a rotation at the end of the year from the growth side to the value side. And that's not surprising to see at the end of the year as people are trying to, dress up their portfolios to make them look good at the end of the year.
Okay, and what value sectors are we talking about? I was taking a look at industries that were trending, at least on social media, and that includes grocery stores, networking, communication devices, hospitals. Some of those might not be value, but are you seeing any action in there?
No, I mean, value stock over the last couple of days is financials. They had a huge run, and they didn't participate in the move higher. All these closing highs that we saw. We saw transport. So yesterday, we're just an outstanding leader, and that usually is another sector that can take us to all-time highs. So those were value in the short term, but in the longer term, you look at some of the retail names, some of the brick and mortar names. They had a good day, and that's usually you see a sell-off after November, after you get the retail number, especially with all the online sales. So that was a good sign to see that some of those beaten down sectors, grocery stores, Kroger had good earnings, so that had a good pop today. So some of these names are pretty good, and some of these sectors could have some legs higher.
Good finds, good digs, Matt. Well, I can't finish up without talking about energy because we did see OPEC agreed on extending their deal past March, but oil shot down after the trading. So what's the deal with that? Sell on the news type gig?
Yeah, I mean, I think they've talked it up as much as they possibly can. Now there has to be some real action. There has to be something else. We still know there's an excess supply out there, maybe a 6-month supply, so they still have that to work through. The demand has got to be increased as well, so that shows growth as well. So if the economies are growing, Far East is growing, maybe we'll see some more demand. But more and more we get some of these electronic cars and stuff online, there's a less reliance on oil. So they've got their work cut out for them, I think, to take it above 60, anything sustainable.
Well, since it's the middle of the day, we still have our energy to have. Let's spend that for the rest of the trading day, finish up the interview, and Matt, I'll see you next week.
All right, absolutely. It was good seeing you.